Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about I got an account notice on UberEats. Now I don't usually talk about what happens during my day-to-day outside of my TikToks or YouTube shorts or reels on Instagram. But that being said, I ended up getting an account notice recently and I wanted to talk about it because I think this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this on Uber. So with that said, I want to go over what UberEats has sent me as far as this account notice, everything that happened before that point and after that point, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Dear Joseph, we have noticed that a recent delivery has been canceled, delivered incorrectly, significantly delayed, or had another issue. Please see the below tips to prevent this from happening in the future. Okay, let's get one thing straight. If you see that there's a problem with one of my deliveries, can you at least tell me what the frick it is? Like, way to be as vague as possible. Either I canceled it, I delivered it incorrectly, whatever the frig that means, significantly delayed an order, which if I delayed an order, it was not on purpose. It was literally because the restaurant was delayed. Or there was another issue. Like, what the heck are you trying to tell me I had a problem with? But let's take a look at these tips. Late deliveries. Restaurants and customers like it when you arrive on time. The app allows you to chat with customers in restaurants or call when you're running late. Okay, let's be realistic. If the restaurant's running late, yes, you should contact the customer, and I have. There was only one delivery in which this could have happened where this would take place. And that was because you guys sent me the order much later than it was supposed to be arrived, according to you guys. So if anything, that's your fault, not mine. Picking up or delivering the incorrect order. Customers may give low ratings to delivery people who deliver the wrong order. Your app will tell you the name of the customer and their order number, so that way you can verify with the restaurant and the customer that it's the correct order. Okay, so if you know me as a driver, I don't typically do a lot of stacked orders. In my area, there's a lot of host and leech orders, and even if there is a quality stacked order, I'm usually very skeptical because they don't tell you both restaurants, especially on Uber. And I put a fair amount of restaurants around me on the no-go list just because of their integrity and character as a restaurant. So I really don't know what they're referring to as far as picking up or delivering the incorrect order, or marking orders complete without delivering them. Remember that you mark a trip as delivered only if you've reached the customer's location and delivered the order. If you need to end a trip early, please cancel the delivery and choose appropriate cancellation reason. Taking these steps enables our technology to function properly and avoid negative customer experiences and fraud. So basically it would be driver fraud, and I have not even approached doing that. Now, could a customer have reported that they never received an order just to get a refund? Yes, and that is what I suspect happened here, but I'll get to that in a second. We hope you understand that we have to take every step necessary to keep our community safe. If you have any questions, please refer to Uber's community guidelines for information. Thank you, the Uber Eats team. They also have a link to say see more tips for whatever reason you need to learn better driving habits, but it doesn't actually give you a thing to actually dispute whatever is being said. They just basically took the customer's word for it, which is ridiculous. But I'll tell you what, this is the only time I've ever received this, and I think I have a good idea of what customer it was. So basically, I was picking up a Firehouse Subs order and delivering it to this doctor clinic thing, and that being said, I ended up making a whole TikTok about that as well, because when I arrived there, they said call or text upon arrival, and I called, I texted, they were completely ghosting me, and went through the whole 8 minutes, but I was like, you know what, it's a clinic, I could just drop it off inside. So I was like, hey, this is for Su Yin or whatever it is, and for whatever reason, the secretary just rolled her eyes and giggled a little bit, and I'm like, what's so funny? But anyway, I dropped it off. I said I was delivering it to the coworker, have an awesome day. Later that day, I got an account notice for this. I'm like, what the heck is that? Now, of course, if I had the option, I would definitely dispute it. I would tell them exactly what would happen in my words, but they don't even have that option available. I don't know if this is just a system-wide thing to where they're telling us about this. It seems like it was specifically directed towards me. But I was looking some stuff up online on the subject. Seems like people have gotten this and had their payments delayed, or they removed the payment for the order, but they didn't remove it from me. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they just couldn't prove anything. Long story short, I don't think anything actually happened, but there's one thing I do have to say about this. This is the only instance of, I guess, a contract violation is what you could call it, that I've even received on Uber. And it's probably one of the most underdeveloped systems on the platform. We have actual contract violations on DoorDash. Grubhub has contract violations on their platform, but Uber doesn't have an official contract violation system in place. Yet the amount of times I've heard about Uber drivers getting deactivated wrongfully is astounding. I don't know. I feel like this is a very underdeveloped system on Uber's part, and I really hope that they fix that, because I should have the right to defend myself, or at least have the account notification removed. But that being said, it's not like they docked me for any reason. It's not like they withheld orders from me or anything like that. Yeah, my acceptance rate is pretty low, but it hasn't been moving up or down at all. Same for cancellation rate. Even though I've been accepting orders, it won't move above 2%, which is weird. Honestly, I think that Uber has a lot of development to do in terms of the actual rating system, if they're even going to have a rating system at all. I think one of the things that we liked as gig workers, at least on Uber Eats, is that there wasn't really a rating system outside of customers going thumbs up or thumbs down, you know what I mean? And even still, thumbs down was kind of an annoying system in its own right. If it were up to me, I would renege the entire rating system entirely, or I would have an option to dispute any notice of any kind in case something like that were to come up, because quite frankly, I don't think it matters if I were to reach out and potentially fight this, because I don't think there's even an issue here. I just think somebody said that they didn't get their order even though they did. Shocker. Anyways, be careful, protect yourselves out there, make sure you're following all of the delivery instructions, and keep in contact with your customers as much as possible. Heaven forbid anything happens to your account. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!